Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but school has been hard, tough, and everything. Oh yeah, it's fine. So for today's video, we're going to be reading people's Reddit confessions. There's like this platform on Reddit called Am I the AO? So today we're going to be reading people's Reddit confessions and deciding if they are the AO or not. So let's get into it. Okay, for the first confession, I have Am I the AO for telling my daughter who is facing homelessness that only her and the baby can move in with me and not her husband? That's weird, but let's read it. The husband has lived in their apartment for a number of years. The owner recently sold it and the new ones are moving in. So my daughter and her husband have to move. The problem is rent has gone up dramatically. The rent they are paying is $1,100 for a one bedroom, which I thought was a lot. So now I'm trying to help them find a place. Most are now going for around $3,000 a month or more. They can't afford this. My daughter knows she's always welcome at home. Granted, it really complicates things. I wasn't happy about her having a baby. She's young and just turned 22. But I would never deny her housing. However, I can't stand her husband. Let's just call him Aaron for simplicity's sake. I wouldn't invite Aaron over for dinner, let alone let him live with me. Aaron is in his mid-30s. Criminal history. Air trigger temper. What is that? Clinically immature and has one hell of a jealous or possessive streak that has caused strain in their relationship, which I obviously do not approve of. I wouldn't approve of it either. Honestly, when she told me she was pregnant, I finally thought would be rid of Aaron. I genuinely thought he's exactly kind of the man to teach. They've been on and off for over and over since she was about 18 or 19. How has she been dating somebody for that long? But alas, if anything, it made him cling tighter to her. They had a very rushed wedding and it's their longest stint together without any breakups, just over a year. There's still been the fair share of dramatics, of course, but I'm surprised they've made it this far. Oh my god. Even so, I simply don't want to live with Aaron and I don't like him. I don't want him around me. I'll go above and beyond for my daughter and the baby. They can stay as long as they need, but not him. Obviously, this has created a rift between my daughter and I. She doesn't want to live separately from Aaron, and I told her then she needs to figure out an alternative arrangement. Well, their move out date is rapidly approaching, the 15th of December. Oh my god, that's just a few days time. And they've still not been able to find a place and she's panicking. She's been begging me to let them stay. I reiterated my terms. Aaron simply cannot stay here. This led to a lot of tears and some angry words, namely me being an ass. And AO. I can genuinely see why she might think that, but I also have to think about myself and my own sanity. In this situation, I really don't know. I don't think she's the AO because the guy is irresponsible and we do not like irresponsible guys here. We do not support irresponsible guys. So, I am tagging in the AO because it's really what. It's whatever. It's really whatever. Anywho, next person. Am I the AO for going on a pre-planned and paid for vacation after my boyfriend's father passed away. Sounds like something I would actually do. My boyfriend, 30, male, and I, 28, female, have been dating for 4 years and have been living together for the past 18 months. Okay, 1 year and 6 months. Our lease is up at the end of this month, and we were hoping to have purchased the house by now, but that didn't happen. Understandable. So we decided to just renew our lease and keep the house hunt going. I've also had a very stressful year career-wise. So this fall, a few friends and I booked a girls' trip to Mexico for yoga and wellness retreat. I need that. We are leaving next Thursday, and we are all really looking forward to it. This week before Thanksgiving, my boyfriend's father unexpectedly passed away. Why do I find that funny? My boyfriend immediately flew out to be with his mom and siblings. He ended up staying there for Thanksgiving instead of coming home, which I completely understand. Family crisis. Due to the holiday and scheduling conflicts with other relatives, the funeral wasn't scheduled until the Friday after I left for my trip. When he told me the date of the funeral, I reminded him I would be gone. Which is, I don't know. He asked if there was any way I could reschedule the trip or get a refund, and I told him I would look into it. But the trip was booked through a group rate and was 100% non-refundable. As it should be, because and none of my friends wanted to go through the hassle of rescheduling, which sucks, but I get it. I saved a lot of money to take this trip, and I really need the escape. And if I cancel, I don't get the money back at all, which would be like a waste of money. I explained all of this to my boyfriend, and he asked me what I was going to do. I apologized to him and told him I think I am going to go on the trip because I don't want that money to go away from us. Wait, my sister, I would also do. All of this was over the phone because he was still with his family, and he told me we could talk more when he got back. When he came home, we talked more about it, and I apologized so many times. When I was explaining why I was still going on the trip, he seemed to understand and told me it was fine. But when I asked him when we were going to sign papers to renew our lease, because I want that done before I leave, he said he is not going to do that anymore. He said he came back to figure some things out at work, and is going to be flying out for the funeral and will be staying with his mom. While he figured some things out, I asked him why he didn't talk to me about this stress, and he said he's talking to me about it right now. Okay. He said his mom needs help, so he's going to stay with her. I kind of don't blame him though. I asked him what I'm supposed to do about a place to live, and he told me to figure it out with my friends on our vacation. Okay, he's now gonna be worried. I told him that he's putting me in a bad situation, and that he seemed fine with me going on the trip and missing the funeral. He said he wasn't going to beg me to cancel my trip, and that I made my decision on my own. So he's making his decision for himself. I told him he's been an AO and should have talked to me about this first. He said I am the one who prioritized drinking on the beach over being at his dad's funeral. So if anyone is the AO here, it's me. Can you explain to me, boy, why you have decided to act like that? It's mommy, and I don't know if I'm being a B word about this, but she tried to get a refund, but she couldn't. And planning a trip is probably a lot of money that would have gone to waste. So I really don't blame her. for wanting to go on a trip, but also why? Anywho, she's not the AO, whatever. Am I the AO for pointing out to my wife that my mother will never be her parent and she needs to stop? Why is my mom, 64, is polite and in general keeps a distance from my wife, 26. I know my wife has struggles with social interaction and they got off on a horrible start. My wife, I'm going to call her Lily, was in foster care and never had a parental figure. And she went hard into trying to become my mom's kid. Isn't she your wife? Or isn't there like a rule where she automatically becomes her mom because she's married to you? Because I'm confused. I think it would have happened if my wife let the relationship go naturally, but she didn't take any of my warnings and bulldozed what my mom wanted. A few examples: she kept calling her mom even after she told her multiple times to call her by her name. Lily would make her uncomfortable, especially when she would ask my mom very personal questions or go way to bed. I have talked to her so many times, but she doesn't want to stop. The family has taken their concerns with me also and have straight up told her to stop. My big turning point was when my mom and her daughters, my sisters, went to visit deceased family member. It's a transition between the three of them. Well, Lily heard about it and went. It felt very poorly and my sisters dislike Lily now also. We are invited to events and still in the family, but women in the family keep their distance. There was a girls' trip around Christmas, but she wasn't invited. This made my wife very upset and she was ranting. I had enough when Lily said she was a kid. I snapped and told her my mother would never be her mom and you need to stop. She ended up crying and now I feel guilty. I just don't know how to get it to her head that she needs to stop. I've talked with her so many times, but she's already in therapy. Edit. I'm getting a lot of comments. I'll try to read them all. Okay, this is not my business. Anywho, you, my boy, are the AO because you and your family, you're toxic people. Very, very toxic people. Because what is okay, so okay. So firstly, she's your wife. She married into your family, so automatically she is family. You know, FAMILY. Get it into your score, boy. She's family automatically, so I do not expect your mom to be acting like such a B-word to her. How am I taking this personal? Anywho, you are the AO because you're supposed to talk to your mom instead of talking to her. She's just trying to be, I don't even know, she's just trying to be nice. She needs a hug. Come take a hug, girl. There, Lily. Come here, let me hug you. Anywho, next one. Am I the AO for telling my dad it's not my job to make sure my half siblings have a mom? This most definitely sounds like something I would say. My parents divorced when I, 17 mil, was 5. I'm not sure on why. Part of me has figured my dad cheated on my mom because it was with someone else suspiciously fast afterwards. Like the same month passed. But my mom never spoke about it. She just told me both she and my dad loved me and that would never change. And I would never have to issues between my parents. My dad was in two living relationship post divorce. When I was 7, he was with Jen and had Luna 9 with her, and then when I was 10, he was with Bree and had Harry 7 with her. Jen and Bree had stopped being moms to their kids, and so my dad became a single full-time parent to my half siblings. I love those ladies. I really do love those ladies. I really can't see clearly. I think I should use the system next time. I should use my laptop next time. Crap. Where am I? Okay, from that point onwards, my dad has tried to convince mom so she could step up and at least feel some kind of female role model relationship with her. See what happened to your lady, Bree, and whatever her name was, Jen? What happened to them? Why aren't they in the picture? Why don't they want to save their kids? I love those ladies. I really do love those ladies. He also corrects me on the half siblings terms and says we are just siblings, and if I were to call them just my siblings, it might soften my mom's heart to being a female or maternal figure to them. Bruh. He will ask mom on my behalf to let me have my half siblings over to her house during her custody time. My parents share equal time with me. He would claim I really miss my half siblings when I was gone, and he would claim I wanted to spend every holiday with them, etc. None of this was true. I never said those things or implied them. Luna is having a really hard time having no female family members. She has a dad, 2 half brothers, and an uncle. So dad has been more forceful about my mom's part in all of this lately. And now he's trying to rope me in more. Yeah. He sat me down recently and told me my half siblings deserve to have a mom. And I could help them with that. I could share my mom and let them feel the love they deserve to feel. He said I've always treated them like lesser siblings. First, with always using half, and then with not trying to include them in my life at my mom's house. He told me this is where my role as big brother needs to really take off. In response, I told him it's not my job and has never been my job to provide my siblings, my half siblings, with a mom. I told him it was on him and their actual mom to do that, which is true. That's so true, because and I told him it was sick how he kept trying to rope my mom in. I told him to accept that he only has one kid from my mom and she was only obligated to care for me. His answer to that was I was disappointing him, and with both my response and lack of concern for the overall well-being of my half siblings, and he I told him to do better, be better, and care more about my siblings, my innocent little siblings. I told my mom about it, and she told Dad a new one for putting this on me. She told me I am not wrong in what I said to him, but my uncle said I could have been more compassionate for my innocent half sibling. Well, I personally think he probably should have been a little more compassionate, because they are his siblings, at the end of the day, they're supposed to love each other. But his dad is wrong for putting it on him. So no, my boy, you are not the AO. There you go, my heart. I the AO for asking my sister-in-law to stop treating my son as if it's theirs. Ah! am I laughing? My 35 male, my, I think he's talking about me. 35 male, sister-in-law Laura, 33 female, doesn't have a child, and she's been through many miscarriages in the past too. After my wife, Madison, 34 female, gave birth to our son Ethan, we allowed Laura to interact with him. She dropped him at our house. We dropped him at our house if we wanted someone to babysit, etc. Whenever they came here, she played with him and all that. Yesterday, we dropped him at our place again, and when we arrived, she was playing with him. We just remained there for a while and talked while she played with him. I heard her saying, "Where's your mother?" The mother is right here. She referring to herself. Don't! I know this is the word. No! You will not be taking my son as yours. We do not do that here. Back to it. I did not like that, and Madison did not either. I wouldn't. But it got worse, and she said, "And your father is here to play with you as well," referring to her husband, 37 male. Go adopt a child. Don't come for mine. I was about to say something as I was shocked. Then I realized that Ethan now called them Mama and Dada for the first time. The first time he ever said his parents' name, and it was theirs. I'm laughing this off because I'm so freaking pissed. He never called us that before. Martin began to cry a lot while I got furious. I called Laura a effing B-word and asked her what she's thinking to call them that. Our husband got mad and they began to argue, saying he's as good as their son, etc. Martin accused her of being a goddamn backstabber. Oh my god, so many false words. Of being a god backstabber. And in the end, we took Ethan away from them by asking them not to treat my son as if he's theirs. Laura was crying and our husband was shouting at us while we left. I was wondering whether I overreacted. I know that they don't have children, so did I do anything wrong? No, my darling, you did not do anything wrong. You are not the AO. No, not AO. Because why are you addressing my child? My child. I mean, I carried that baby in my stomach, and you are addressing that baby as yours. No, baby, we're not doing that. God. So now you're not the AO. You're the AO for making my fiance cry after she made my son upset. For context, I, 29 male, have a son, MJ, 14 male. He and his mother, Laura, me and his mother, Laura, had him at 15. We haven't been together since we were 18, but we co-parented nicely together. Well, 3 years ago, sadly, Laura died in a car accident. She was hit by a drunk driver. This was really hard on MJ, of course, but he's doing better now with therapy. In the midst of everything going on with Laura's death, I met Emmy. We became good friends and started dating a year after we met. Everything seemed alright, and she seemed extremely understanding of MJ's situation and never was pushy with MJ. Always gave him the space he wanted until now. I proposed to Emmy on Sunday, and after the proposal, it was like she flipped a switch. That night, we went back to my and MJ's house, where everything was going great, but I was in the kitchen while MJ was in his room. I heard him yell. I ran to see what was happening, and I saw Emmy taking a picture of Laura. Okay, and I saw Emmy taking the pictures of Laura from MJ's room down. MJ asked what she was doing, and she said, "She's not here anymore, MJ. Now that I'm marrying your dad, I'll be your mom." Oh my god! She's jealous! She's jealous! Okay, this is fun. Let's continue. Which to me isn't true. Laura will always be MJ's mom, dead or not, yes. I noticed MJ getting more and more upset since she wouldn't hand over the pictures. I was getting frustrated, and without thinking, I told her to get out of my house. I need to get the F out of my house. This shocked her and caused her to cry and storm out of the house. This past week, her friends and a few of her family members have been calling me an ASS. I'm starting to feel terrible for making her cry, but she can't just take MJ's thing. So am I the AO? No, baby, you're not. But you kind of are, because you should have talked to her nicely or something, because so you need to get to the point where she's like your fiance. I think maybe you love each other, so we shouldn't let little things like that matter. But on another ground, she has been a big word for real, because why would you go and take the boy's mom's pictures away from his like it's his personal space and he needs to have it. So yeah, no baby, you're kind of are the AO, but you're kind of not the AO. So last one. Yep. Oh my god, you guys. Last one. Am I the AO for not letting my brother take credit for a pricey gift I got his daughter? Hey, I read it. So, some backstory to start. I, 32 female, have an older brother, Rob, 37 male. Rob has 3 kids, 15 female, 8 male, and 6 male. His 2 younger brothers are he and his wife's kids. Oh, did I just say younger brothers? His 2 younger boys are he and his wife's kids, whereas his oldest, who I will call Kat, is from a previous relationship. Kat split time 50-50 between her mom and Rob. This Christmas she will be with him. Usually, Rob and wife plus his kids, our parents, and myself do a Christmas dinner and gift exchange together, but usually revolves around the younger kiddos nowadays. Rob and Kat's mom are both saving up to buy Kat a vehicle when she starts driving. Kat is aware of this and knows this means less big gifts until then, understandable. But I felt kind of bad that she's not getting that much for Christmas. Kat is very into gaming, mods, 3D renders, and has wanted a nice gaming PC for a while. All she has is an older laptop at the moment. I got a few expenses and a disposable income, so I figured what the age and decided to go ahead and buy one for Kat for Christmas. I told both Kat's mom and Rob about my idea before the purchase, and they both signed off the idea. I found a nice pre-built for around 1,700 and ordered it. When I showed Rob the PC, he seemed thinking about and said he didn't realize it was an actual PC and that expensive. Rob wanted me to give the gift to Kat as from mom, dad, and my aunt, my name. He offered to purchase a monitor to include to the PC to make it fair. I told him no. And if he wants to buy a monitor, that's great. But a $200 monitor isn't the same as a 1,700 PC. No one isn't. Rob isn't happy about this and says I'm trying to undermine him and make him look bad to Kat. Number one, I think that's crazy. I just want to do something cool for my niece. Number two, why is it bad that I want credit for a gift I researched and purchased on my own? You deserve it, my baby girl. Wouldn't it be fair for Kat's mom to also not get credit if Rob? Wouldn't it be unfair? Oh, sorry. Wouldn't be it's on. Wouldn't it be unfair for Kat's mom to also not get credit if Rob does? Rob wants me to either let him and Cyril to claim credit for the gift or wait until her birthday in 8 months, give her the PC so he isn't overshadowed by me. My parents say I should just acquiesce since Kat is his daughter and it's not that big of a deal. Am I the AO if I say no again? No, my baby, you are not the AO because why do you want to pay credit for something I did? It doesn't even make sense. $1,700 to $200. How many of that are we getting in it? Like, I personally feel we should allow her, that is the daughter, to appreciate the gift she's getting and she also get her the car and get all the glory from that, because why is it being a bit about it? Anywho, that is it for today's video. So I'm going to see you guys probably this week. I'm thinking of posting videos twice a week now, so maybe we should do that. Should we not? Anyway, tell me in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you next week. Bye.